you have receding gums and want to improve your smile, now is the time. January is Receding Gum Awareness Month.
I didn't know there was such a thing. There's a new option to traditional gum grafting surgery that's minimally invasive. After years of research, Los Angeles dentist Dr. Chao developed Chao Pinhole Gum Rejuvenation.
And here to tell us more is Dr. Bowman with Advanced Dentistry of Charlotte. He is a local certified provider of this innovative technique, and today we welcome you to the show, sir. How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
All
Hope
right.
You are.
Yes, thank you for being here. Okay, let's start with this. Why should people care about receding gums? Why is this a problem?
Yeah, well, there are several things. The first thing is that it can be unattractive as far as how it affects the smile. Also, exposed root surfaces can be sensitive to temperatures, hot and cold. Also, the softer root surfaces can be susceptible to cavities, which could be very difficult to fix. And the last thing is when the gums recede, the underlying bone recedes, and that could potentially lead to premature tooth loss down the road.
So we mentioned this about Dr. Chao's Pinhole Rejuvenation method. How does that differ from regular gum grafting?
Sure. Well, traditional gum grafting involves using a scalpel and stitches to peel back the gum tissue and then also have tissue grafted from the roof of the mouth, and then it's stitched back together. With the pinhole procedure, we use a very tiny entry point, and then specially curved and patented instruments are fed through that tiny access opening to reposition the existing gum tissue without having to use a scalpel and without having to use stitches.
It's a much better experience for the patient, I would venture to guess. So how did you learn about Chao Pinhole Gum Rejuvenation, and why did you want to offer it to your patients?
Well, I'm always looking for ways to serve my patients better. And when I learned about a more conservative, aesthetic, and more comfortable technique to treat gum recession, I really got excited about it. So I actually contacted Dr. Chao. He invited me to his first ever course. I was lucky enough to be at his first ever course where he had dentists and periodontists from around the world.
So let's talk about the patient experience. What does the patient experience? How long does it last? What's the whole process?
Sure. Well, the results could be lifelong, as well as everything's taken care of and maintained well. As far as the actual experience goes, we use local anesthetic, and again, using these conservative techniques, we can make a tiny entry point, reposition the existing gum tissue, and then we use collagen strips that are placed underneath the gum tissue to keep the gums at their new position. And with proper care, we can have long-term success.
So how can viewers learn more about this?
Sure, there's a couple different ways. If they're looking for a dentist, whether they're in Charlotte or anyone else, there's a website called askyourdentistaboutpinhole.com. And also there's a phone number that'll show up here on the screen in just a moment, and that'll allow folks to call a phone number if they want to find a dentist who can do this procedure for them.
And so with this new procedure that you're doing, how long did it take you to go ahead and not only to adopt it, but to really master it?
Well, the first course that I took was 5.5 years ago. And the technique is actually not that difficult to provide for patients. So I was able to start with cases that I was more comfortable with. And then as I got more experience, I was able to do larger cases and help more patients who have various degrees of gum recession.
Well, it's certainly fascinating stuff. Thank you so much, Dr. Bowman. To learn more about Pinhole Gum Rejuvenation, visit askyourdentistaboutpinhole.com, askyourdentistaboutpinhole.com, or call 626-308-9104. I'll say it again, 626-308-9104. Again, we thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.